How are you doing, guys? To just finish Sheffield United 0, Arsenal 6. Yet again, another fantastic performance from the boys. Here's what I've got to say. So as you all know, last night, Arsenal probably won in their most comfortable game of the season against Sheffield United, who had one shot the entire game. Oh God, what it is like to be an Arsenal fan nowadays, man. It's just good to see my club doing well again and being right at the top again. And this is the stage now where we need to be. We've got busy games, we've got big games ahead of us. As you know, Brentford at home on Saturday, Porto second leg Champions League, City away, you know, Luton at home. We still got United away, them bastards down the road away. So yeah, listen, it's gonna be a big end to the season for us. We still got a North London derby to play against them cunts down the road. But yeah, listen, we're here to talk about Arsenal, not them fucking white bastards down the road. But yeah, listen, it was a good game of football, fucking brilliant performance from us, and I cannot complain about that one bit. I think every single player out there last night was exceptional, and I think, you know what I'm saying? I mean, this team right now is just really hard to rotate around. But with a few little concerns here and there. I'll get into them when I do the player ratings. But yeah, what a game that was. 6-0 again. I lost 3 Premier League away games. 6-0 at West Ham, 5-0 at Burnley, 6-0 at Sheffield United. I hold my heads up and say we're in for some end of the season. I can say that to you now. We are in for some end of the season, and I can tell you that for definite. So yeah, in about within the opening 5 minutes, Arsenal go ahead through Martin Odegaard, who, yeah, again, hasn't scored in a while. Well, he scored against Burnley, of course, but apart from that, he ain't really been firing in the goals this season. But yeah, listen, still can't complain. He's a phenomenal footballer. And then we go into about 13 minutes in, or was it 10 minutes in? I think something like that. Jayden Bogle scores an own goal for Sheffield United, which gives Arsenal a 2-goal lead. And I'm sitting there thinking, it's going to be a long ass evening for Sheffield United. Roughly 3 to 5 minutes later, Gabriel Martinelli steps up and makes it 3. And I'm like, yeah, that's game done. I was about to turn the TV off and go to bed because I was going to have a good night. But of course, I say I don't want to leave the stadium if we're losing, so I'm not going to turn off the telly if we're winning. It's fair, make a deal with that one. But yeah, listen, Martinelli, his goal went in, and then we get a fourth goal from, fourth goal from Kai Havertz. The way Martinelli put that ball through though was precise. They're the kind of finishes that Kai Havertz needs to be doing, and he done that spectacularly well last night. Cannot complain about that. And then of course Declan Rice getting the 5th and Ben White getting the 6th. So yeah, listen. Let's get into the player ratings. In goal, David Raya. I think it was quite a quiet afternoon for him. In a good way. Didn't have much to do at all, and we won't be seeing him in goal on Saturday. Remember that he's on loan from Brentford, so he will be ineligible to play in the match. So we'll be seeing our favourite keeper back in goal, Aaron Ramsdale. We'll be seeing him in goal. So yeah, it's very strange saying his name nowadays because I'm so used to saying David Raya and whatnot. But yeah, listen, he had a good game last night, and Sheffield United didn't really cause a threat to him. That's the thing that was kind of funny about it. Like, they weren't much of a threat as they were against, you know, your Lutons, your Man Cities, your everyone's. David Raya, he'll get an 8 though. Kept another clean sheet, which was phenomenal again. Left back, Kirill, I thought was exceptional last night. I was saying this to my mum as well. It's going to be very hard when the players like Tomiyasu, Zinchenko, Timber, when they all come back. It's going to be very hard to drop Kirill from the team, I think. The interesting one is Timber, I think. I don't think he'll get straight into the team. We've got a little international break coming up, so I say he'll get some under 21s minutes in there. And there's hopefully on the bench for the City game. more or less, or hopefully even the Porto game at the Emirates. So yeah, listen, but yeah, Kiwior, I thought was exceptional last night. Pocketed whoever was down that right hand side, and it was a long off day for them, and I'm telling you that now. Kiwior gets a 9 for me. Gabriel at centre back, I thought didn't really have much to do. Really, if I'm quite honest with you, it was more or less a easy game to play. If I'm honest with you, Gabriel will get a 9. Saliba as well didn't really have much to do. Just pocketed Ollie McBurney as usual. James McAtee as well. I'll give Saliba a 9. Ben White over on the right. I thought he got himself a goal. Well, he did get himself a goal. But apart from the goal, I thought he was exceptional. Apart from the goal, and it's so good to see Ben White getting back to his old self again. Before Dubai, this guy was. I did prefer Tomiyasu originally when Ben White wasn't at his best, but now that Ben White's back at his best and Tomiyasu is injured, yeah, I have no problem with putting Ben White in there at all. Giving Ben White an 8. I think Ben White deserves an 8. If I'm honest with you, into the midfield, Jorginho, I thought was good last night. Not exceptional. It wasn't the Jorginho performance that we saw against Newcastle or Liverpool, but it was still a quite comfortable evening for Jorginho in the midfield with Tom Davies, of course, for them lot, and Vinicius Souza, and they took off Oliver Norwood in like the first 10 minutes of the game, and he looked really pissed off about that. I don't blame him, taking him off for fucking nothing. But yeah, listen, Jorginho had a quite comfortable afternoon, and yeah. Declan Rice as well, I thought, again, pretty quiet afternoon for him. Didn't really need to do much, if I'm quite honest with you, and seemed much the better, really. He'll get a 9. So actually scored as well last night. I forgot about that. Can't forget Declan Rice's goals, mate. He scored more this season at Arsenal than he has in his whole West Ham career, which is quite funny. But yeah, and Martin Odegaard, I thought was my man of the match last night. This guy was second to none exceptional, and we're starting to see the best out of Odegaard again, and that is really good to see. For our number 8 Norwegian international, we are starting to see the best out of him now, and I hope that he, of course, you know, it's gonna be big. It's gonna be a big end to the season for Odegaard, and I think get him back to what he was doing last season, towards the end of the season, is going to be absolutely massive in our title credentials. But yeah, listen, I cannot complain about that. Odegaard will get a 10 for me. Into the attacking 3, Martinelli on the left now. You might be sitting there thinking he scored, yeah, this, that, the other, but there's a concern over whether he'll be fit for the Brentford game. Because as you should all know, if you watched the game, he actually went off limping, and it looked like if he had stayed down if he had stayed down any longer, they would have probably called for the stretcher. In my eyes, I watched it back, it doesn't look good, and it hurts to say that, but it doesn't look too good. And I think if he is, I think he will miss the Brentford game, Martinelli, and possibly back for the Porto one. But I say he misses both of them, and then he'll come back for the City one. So if that is true, Leandro Trossard is going to have a big role to play. Brentford's a big game. So is Porto, especially that Porto one next week. But yeah, Martinelli, for the time that he was on the pitch, I would give him a 8, because he wasn't really on for that much in the second half. Jesus come on in the rest of the game, and yeah, Martinelli he'll get an 8. Over on the right, Bukayo Saka again went off at half time. Arteta said it was an illness and he didn't want to risk him, and Bukayo apparently said he was ill in the changing room. So it's calm. If that is true, then that's alright. But yeah, I hope it's nothing too serious with him either. He'll get an 8 as well. And that one as a striker, Kai Havertz. I knew he'd start up front. And it just goes to show how much of an important player Kai Havertz is to us. I know I might be talking like I'm a fucking psychopath, but if you watch the goal back from Havertz, you'll understand. And you understand now why I want to play him as a striker. I think he's best as a striker personally, but that's just my opinion. That's just my opinion. I think Kai Havertz is best as a striker and suits the striker role a lot better than he does any other role. So yeah, listen, Kai Havertz, he'll get a 9 for me. Into the subs, Gabriel Jesus. It was good to see him back last night. Had a couple chances. Of course, didn't score them. It's a very Jesus thing to not score them nowadays. But yeah, listen, it's alright. Just coming back from injury as well, so I can't really. I'm not gonna dig in this path too much. He'll get a 7. Fabio Vieira came on, didn't look right. I don't think he looked right. I don't think he looked 100% fit. Fabio Vieira. He did come on, but for only a little bit of the game. Well, the whole second half really. So yeah, and yeah, not much I can really say about that. Vieira will get a 6, probably the lowest rating in this. Another player which we haven't seen play in a while, an awful long while, that came on last night was Thomas Partey. It was good to see Partey back, but he came on and he was like Vieira, probably worse. He didn't look 100%, and I was gonna start him against Brentford, but I don't think he should start against Brentford anyway. Save him for the bench because the more fit he is, the better he is, and he wasn't 100% last night when he came on, and he was about 60% fit, and I don't know why he played then. He should have waited until at least the Brentford game on the weekend, of course. But Partey, he wasn't awful. He did make some good couple passes, so I'd give him a 7. Cedric came on, didn't really do anything. I'll give him a standard 5. Trossard came on. As I said, he might have a big job to do now if Martinelli's going to be out for a while, which I hope not. But if it is what it is, and I can't really change anything about that now. So yeah, listen, Trossard, he came on though, and he was good. And he was good. I'll admit it to you. But yeah, listen, he will get a 8 for me. Vieira, Jesus, Partey, Trossard, Cedric. So yeah, listen, that is it for the match review. Sheffield United 0, Arsenal 6. Again, listen, very comfortable game, wasn't it? And no team's going to want to play us right now, are we? We're too good for the Premier League. We're too good for the Premier League. If you're new around here, hit that button, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you lot soon.